It's time for that penultimate game. It's been a long road, but let's get ready to finish off in style, shall we? What's up guys, Chasing Lamely here with episode number 123 of Passport to Poland, the penultimate episode. Thanks for watching the series guys, and thank you very much for sticking with me, should you still be there. Right, so let's give you a quick rundown before we play this final game of the regular season, before we go into the championship phase. We are currently 10 points ahead in the standings. In terms of the games since we last played Wrocław, we beat Cracovia 2-0 with Harris and Di Bernardi scoring. Piast 2-1 with Steve Harris getting a brace. Gornik 1-0 with Steve Harris scoring again. He's been on a really good run of form. We played Jagiellony with Jordi Portilla and Roberto Di Bernardi scoring. Played Lecce, beat them 1-0 with Artur Jasicek scoring and also getting himself sent off, which is an interesting debut for the wee 17-year-old. As debuts go, maybe not his best one. Probably might not even be his debut, actually, now I think about it, but whatever. He played. Lost to Lecce 1-0 with João Mario scoring. That was our first loss of the season. We then beat Milica 1-0 with Jestin Hughes, our old boy, getting sent off. Jordi Portilla scoring the goal. And then we took our second loss of the season against Wisla Krakow with David Raum scoring against us in a very bad performance all around. Which brings us to Pogon. Now, before we get into Pogon, there have been some little bits of movement that are, notable. So we need to talk about player movements. Looking at who has gone out is the first thing. Richard Smart went out on loan, and then the board decided to sell Bradley Wilson to Minnesota for 9.75 million, and there was nothing I could do about it. Lucas Kleeman and Matej Pilar went out on loan. In order to at least try and strengthen the squad, I brought in Marek Zawadzki for 1.8 million, the Polish under-19 goalkeeper. He's played a game for us since coming in, and he will play today as well, but he might develop, might not, but I needed an extra keeper. I didn't need to register him. He's apparently on track to be the Polish first-team national goalkeeper, so we'll see how that goes. We brought in Donald Lynch on loan from Manchester United. He can play in midfield or up top. He's had a few spells out on loan in various places, and he is apparently a wonder kid, so we've brought him in to see if he can maybe assist us with some goal scoring exploits. And Ben Hiard has come in from Manchester City, another wonder kid, target man, who we're going to also have on the bench today. So a little bit of strengthening all round, nothing too dramatic. Let's get into it and let's just see if we can finish this season on the regular season on a high. Keep an eye on Zaglevi as well. We'll keep an eye on them because we'd like them to come into the championship group with us, ideally at the expense of Lecce. Nothing against Lecce, in case any Lecce fans happen to stop by. It's just that Wisla Krakow have a bunch of our old players there, and Zaglevi are of course our rivals. We're the favourites though, which is to be expected. I've got a feeling I want to have Jordi Portilla as a complete forward today. I don't know why, it's just a gut feeling that might be a good idea. So our starting lineup today is Zawadzki in goal, behind Francis, Stuart, Pleshko and Ehrman, with Di Bernardi and Fernandez in central midfield. Alexander Berteo and Harris make up the attacking midfield, and Jordi Portilla is going to be the striker. On the bench, Dostalek, Bingelli, Ribeiro, Gomez, Bujalski, Lynch, Hiard, Hilson and Rosicki. So Di Bernardi is going to captain the side today. And hopefully we're going to see some kind of result. The fact that we've lost a couple of games using this formation is starting to concern me. I don't want us to throw away the title because of this formation, so it needs to be back to more consistency as soon as possible, or we are going back to the diamond for the last game. In fact, we'll probably go back to the diamond for the last game of the season anyway, because it's become kind of the signature tactic, the signature playing style of the club at this point, and it seems silly that if we're going to do the last ever episode, next episode, or the last game at least, because we'll do like a 5 years in the future type dealy bob. Yeah, it just seems silly that we wouldn't play the diamond for that game, and we'll put a bunch of our old friends in if we've actually sewn up the title by then, because it's not looking unlikely that someone could get themselves back into the conversation. So let's hope we get these teams warmed up very soon, because I usually don't have this much time to talk between clicking that magic submit team button and the players actually coming out. Maybe they're feeling the cold a little bit, although it's early April, it shouldn't be freezing outside. And we will get ourselves into this game properly. In case you're wondering, I gave up and I put a cut in there. Our team's all regens, that's nice to see. It's the first time I've got there in a while. In terms of opposition players, any of these guys have played for us. Hezron Reed is a former player for us. Sepp Vandenberg has, I know he played in the last episode for Rakoff. He moved to Pogon on transfer deadline day, which makes it his second transfer this year. I don't know if Richard Wilson played for us. He didn't. He's a Polish player called Richard Wilson. That's easily the oddest thing I've seen today. And he's half American. Well, chosen wrong. 1 foot in the grave and all that. That was such a. There's like 4 people that will get that joke. Right, let's just get into it. Let's see if we can beat them. Have ourselves a good time and hopefully get ourselves through this penultimate game, ready for the last ever game that you'll see on the channel from Slask Wroclaw. Yeah, let's see if we can get ready to go out with a bang. Peter Alexander's picked up a booking already, which is just classic Peter Alexander at this point. Crosses it in, doesn't really. The keeper had done better. Hezron Reed got rid of it, but that could have gone anywhere. Francis takes the corner, it doesn't go anywhere, and now Voloshin is going to run at us. And I've got a weird feeling this is going to be the first goal of the game. This has got the feel of a wonder goal highlight. Luckily he's not a man that knows how to finish. Unluckily for his misses, but luckily for me. Making dirty jokes. It must be nearly the last episode. Right, let us go into the shouts and get creative, as Voloshin has picked up the ball again, but Fernandez takes it off him. Carlos Fernandez, not known for his tackling for sure. He's cut inside the box, goes around everyone, but he can't put it past Grabelny, and disappointing. He promised so much, he delivered so little, and we really need to get ourselves on the score sheet very soon. Pogon aren't completely. They are completely out of the title race. They're not completely out of the race for Europe, though, because I think down to 4th gets into Europe now. And Pogon, Wisla Krakow and Piast could all very, very much put themselves into that conversation. We need to demand more, I think. That tends to get something out of the players. Alexander and Harris are having an absolute mare again, but Francis takes the free kick. That was a Sunday League free kick if ever I've seen one. Mark Stewart had to literally go out to the wing to pick it up, and he should be nowhere near the wing. And now Nazarenko is running at us. Rusin has picked it up. Can we maybe prevent him from scoring? Di Bernardi gets in with a tackle and starts to build from the back. Alexander is on it again. Ball down the flank to Patia, who should have someone near him, hopefully. Has to flick it way back inside to Fernandez. Very wayward pass to Pleshko. Pleshko to Ehrman. Ehrman has loads of space to run into. Can he find a cross to someone with a header? He can't, but Bateo's there. Di Bernardi, Fernandez. Ball back over the top, finds Ehrman. Ehrman gets the cross in. Patia is there, and it hits the bar. And that's about as close as we'll ever come to scoring if we keep playing like this. Pleshko, ball to Ehrman, back to Pleshko. We've got to start rebuilding from the back now. Fernandez, ball forward to Danny Bateo, finds Patia. Patia has played it out to Di Bernardi. Di Bernardi has options outside of it and plays it to Francis. Francis could do anything from here and does nothing, but he picks the ball back up after being tackled, and apparently we're going to get a penalty for it. I'm not sure that was a penalty, and it seems like a dubious reason to stop the game. But let's see how this all shakes out. I think Nazarenko's booked as well. We're going to get the penalty? Come on, ref. Wasn't a foul. I didn't think it was a foul. So thanks for stopping that momentum working, ref. That was really helpful of you. You've done wonders for the game. Absolute nightmare of VAR. None of our attacking midfield are achieving anything, which sounds harsh until you realise how true it is. Which is probably going to inspire me to put on a striker and another midfielder and go diamond if that continues in any way, shape or form. because I am not going to stand for that kind of poor performance. So you've got about 5 minutes to get yourselves a goal, boys. Francis with a throw-in to Mateo. Mateo doesn't really do anything useful with it, and Alexander gets tackled, and now Lukashik is on the ball. Wilson, ball forward. I made fun of him, so he's going to score now. Pleshko, though, he clears up nicely to Francis to beat Di Bernardi. Di Bernardi finds Mateo. Fernandez. Di Bernardi. Over to Mateo again. Alexander does nothing with the header, and we have to recycle and rebuild again. Francis from the halfway line to Stewart and Pleshko. The whole team are going to get involved in this goal. Mateo, Di Bernardi with a big ball forward, and Harris can't quite put it away. He's been scoring a lot of goals lately. You'd think he'd have come up with something. Francis can't find Alexander, but Harris is on the outside of the box and might be able to squeeze a ball forward if we wish hard enough. To Di Bernardi. Di Bernardi, loads of players around him. Fernandez to Mateo. Di Bernardi again. Fernandez again. Needs to release that ball to someone as soon as possible. Di Bernardi is there again. Just get the ball to someone. Ball out wide to Airman, who is on the overlap. Can he get the cross in before he loses the ball? No, that was pointless showing us that much highlight. Right, that is going to be tactics time. It's time to make those big changes. So Harris, I'm being suggested I take him off, and I guess we put Ben Hjard on. Does that make any sense to anyone whatsoever? Is he the best I've got there? Donald Lynch is the best I've got there, so we'll put Donald Lynch up. That makes more sense to me. We have got Alexander is on a booking, so he can come and be replaced by Ribeiro, which lets Di Bernardi slot back. That's perfectly logical to me. And who else is coming off? Danny Mateo. We will replace Danny Mateo with Dostalek, because I haven't used Dostalek in ages, and he is more than capable of making things happen as Portia picks it up from Di Bernardi. Francis on the overlap. What can he do? Nothing. He's won a corner though, which is, you know, better than a slap in the face. Triple sub to show we're serious, and Francis has picked up the ball, whips in the corner, and Stewart heads it over the bar. But we really need something to come now. Let's get creative. Let's see what we can make happen. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Francis to become the creative wide man, but also we've got Ribeiro in there, and Ribeiro knows what he's doing. Dostalek as well should be more than capable of just slotting in and making trouble. It's going to be another 0-0 draw. I can feel it already. I can already feel it in my water. We're just going to finish up the series with 3 0-0 draws, and I'm going to wonder why I bothered. Let's demand more. Francis with the corner whips it over the top, and Lynch is there, but Lynch can't put it in, and things are looking a bit desperate now. Yori Patia is not having a great game. We've demanded more, but ideally not more of the utter uselessness that we've seen thus far. They're down to 10 men. Let's pause that very quickly, because if they're down to 10 men, that gives us an opportunity to attack it. Let's go all out very attacking. Why not? Nothing to lose. Let's try and get ourselves all up in them and get ourselves on the score sheet with a late winner. That would be beautiful. I don't think it's going to happen, because we go very attacking in the last minute. As we all know, nothing happens for the rest of the game. There's loads of things were happening in the text commentary, but nothing happening on the field, and that's gone to a 0-0 draw again, which is just magical. Okay, so we're going to wrap that up, and I'm going to zoom forward in time to record the final episode. So, as always, guys, thanks very much for watching. You can, as always, find me on the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Football Manager. We're going to do Football Manager 21 pretty much as soon as this season ends. It's not too far away now. And in the meantime, guys, I've been Chasing Lanely. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Have a good one.